Footy and Frothies preview time. We've got to get stuck into round 26. We've got rests happening. We've got teams fighting for the final spot in the 8, possibly the final spot in the 4-2. But Danaan and yours truly are with you to get stuck into all of that. Just quickly, I'll mention it while I think of it. The PCTC tipping comp coming to a close in a couple of weeks for Rugby League. And leading it at the moment is Aaron Harkson on 125 points. Polar Bear, who's always up there, 125 as well. Just margin splitting them, only 10 points. Margin, we've got John Nolan on 124, Silky Dragon 123, and Pop Rod 122 in the top 5. I am back on 114 in 37th spot. And where are you, Danaan?
Near the bottom. I'm on 105.
Oh, that's fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm down
65th.
65th. Yeah, my let's not talk about my footy chipping.
Okay.
The EPL comp, I'm doing much better. I'm like one win off the top spot.
Oh, very good. They, of course, PCTC have Premier League tipping, the horse racing tipping. We're now 3 weeks into 4 weeks into the Spring Carnival. That's underway. And speaking of Spring Carnival,
does the NFL come up soon too?
Yes, I got invited to that.
Yeah, I believe that's another one he's got coming up as well.
Yeah, there's golf. There's all sorts of any sport you want to be involved with. Gaz is doing something tipping 100%. Related. So look it up on all your social media platforms. I believe Threads, Insta, Facebook.
If you want to tip on it, he will have a competition for you.
Find that PCTC Sports tipping off PCTC Racing tipping, and from there you can get in touch, and it's all very transparent. It's all above board. You can see everything outlined in great clarity each and every week. Does a good job there. Speaking of spring racing, we had a bit of a fill up from Show Us Your Tips on the weekend, so that was very enjoyable as well. You can find that on the Show Us Your Tips YouTube channel. The Beavers best in both states won. The Beavers value in both states won. Found the winner of the highway at $13. That was lovely. So it was a very good day out there. We look to keep going as we head into spring. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's my fault.
Maybe that was the key. Anyway, we've got to talk about...
It feels like it is.
The other key was the fact that I didn't get a chance to do Melbourne, so that was all on him. But anyway, we've got... let's talk footy, and let's talk about the Cowboys and the Storm, who... The Storm are keeping everyone at home. Complete change of... plenty of resting, which I'll run through there just quickly. The Cowboys get Nanai back and Tamalolo back, which push Finufuaki out and McIntyre out. And a win here would... Where did they push them? Up into 6th?
Yeah, so they're already in 6th.
Oh, so it wraps that up.
No.
Okay.
Depending on Manly's results.
Okay.
So if they win this, Manly lose, it keeps them in into 6th. That for and against, they really can't get into 4th short of winning their next 2 games by like 60 odd points. So a win here means the lowest. I think the lowest they can go anyway would be 7th, but they've now got it's in their fate's in their own hand to have a home final.
Yes. Just quickly, Val Holmes making his 200th appearance in the NRL, and if Melbourne win, it will be Craig Bellamy's 400th win as a coach, and the second to do so. I imagine it's not too far away if it's not this week. But for the Storm, they are resting quite a few players. Their team now looks like Pappenhausen does play. Eremiah Seve, Tonamapia, Fa'alongo is the back 5. Munster, Grant Anderson named at 7. Lazarus Valepu, Wishart at 9. Christian Walsh, Bradley Chan McDonald. The bench is Keegan Russell-Smith, Tepa Maroa, Lasati and Powell wrap up the 17. Obviously, no Katoa, Grant, Howard, Hughes, Nelson, Blore, Kamakamika, and Warbrick. Look, I may as well kick us off. I'm going to tip the Cowboys at home. Only, I've said it time and again, it seems to be proven right, is that generally the first grade teams still beat the reserve grade heavy teams or the lesser player teams when this sort of thing happens. So I will say there's more to play for the Cowboys. Wouldn't fall off my seat if Storm did manage to do it, because they have it done and will do so again in the future. Win games like this, but 1-12 Cowboys. We'll go with Murray Tuilagi to score first off the back of a shift, and Drinkwater probably throwing that cutout ball will be man of the match. Nice and straight bat to start. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like I don't have the confidence to go 13 plus. I feel like Bellamy will just have them go out, complete it 90%, don't miss your tackles. If we don't win, it's okay, but don't get flogged.
Yeah.
Type situation. Like the double Melbourne with a 12.5 start under 52.5 points. I feel like it's just got that written all over that double.
No, that sounds fair. 52, I'm just trying to think. Probably. I mean, the other thing that happens is they do concede a bunch of points, but then so do the Cowboys. So,
but I don't see that attack
I
being
think this
there. They're missing a lot in the attack side of things.
That's true.
But I just feel like it's going to be a very
like a complete
defense
Munster show if that happens.
Yeah, it'll be just a very defense-orientated game.
Cool. 6 o'clock, a significant top 8 clash, as seems to happen in these 6 o'clock games from recently, as 5th meets 7th. Bulldogs and the Sea Eagles from Accor Stadium. No Crichton, so Carraz moves into the centres. Jarrell Skelton comes onto the wing. Semen goes into lock for Kurt Mann. And Curran is back on the bench. Tommy Talau's back in the centres for Manly. Cooler goes back to the 14 role. And let me look through here. Corey Waddell misses his with suspension, so Matt Lodge comes back into the team. Ben Turbo still in the back row for now. Can they bounce back, Manly?
Oh, it's match of the round because Ashley Klein's the referee.
Oh,
so who knows what's going to happen here? I think the Bulldogs will get the win. But it almost just depends on what Manly side shot. Depends on how close the Bulldogs will keep the game. Tommy could come out and score 3 tries again, but yeah, after last week's effort, I just can't tip Manly to win a game against the side that's above them on the ladder right now. And in saying that, though, Manly could very well be in front after 60 minutes.
They could be.
Yeah, like it's really is tough. The $1.63 for the Bulldogs, I think, is fair.
What's the line? Are you looking at it?
I was trying to get it up, and it's just not bloody loading for me. Here we go. The line is 3.5, and that's what I mean. Like the $1.63 almost feels too short.
I'd rather take the 3.5 $1.90
for the Dogs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, if the Dogs win, they win by. You would say. Again, it's another one where I just tip the Dogs 1-12. They might win by more, but it'll be their defense, and can they shut down Tommy?
I think the Sea Eagles would have to play exceptionally well to score more than 3 tries in this game.
Yep.
And I think Bulldogs score more.
And that's pretty much what it comes down to, which is what we said most
exactly your defense. I'm going to go with that humming left side attack to be the stars of the show again here. Could be some hectic times for those outside backs opposite it, but we'll go with Sherry, first try scorer, man of the match, kick out. It was very good last couple of weeks, but that combination all out there are becoming quite formidable. Probably puts. I can see actually all of this backline getting involved for points. This might be my crazy multi of the week, but I was going to say 13 plus, but a late 13 plus. We'll go 1-12 just for the sake of this margin. Panthers and Bunnies is the 8 o'clock game from Bluebet. I believe the last 2 games are Bluebet for Penrith. And coming off the loss, Taruva and Alamonte come back into the team. Interesting enough. I know Alamonte's been injured. Laurie goes out, Case McLean goes out, and they get Mitch Kenny back, unsung a little bit, so he's a nice in. We've got to wait on Cam Murray tonight, but right as it sounds right now, he's named at 13, and the rest looks. Oh, Tyrone Munro, did he play last week? I think he's in as well. Let me look at this. No, he must have. Okay. The rest of the Rabbitohs side looks pretty much what you'd expect there. Penrith have won 11 of the last 13 against the Bunnies, and they have not beaten Penrith at Bluebet since 2019. I don't think this changes. I think they bounce back here. A couple of nice ins, but Souths are just going too bad. I think they will leak points out wide there. With those changes to the backlines, all sets up quite well. I think Luai gets back to control, and there's 3 or 4 tries this year to take charge of this. So go with him, man of the match, him or Edwards. Really going on a limb there, I know. I'm going to go 13 plus, and I'm going to say first try scorer Paul Alamonte. What about yourself?
Yeah, 13 plus. Pretty much. You mentioned it in the review. They're going to want to win pretty much the next 2 games by putting 30 plus points on. The $1.99 for the minus 16.5 looks pretty juicy.
Yes, I think so.
As long as they can kick goals. The Knights done it comfortably against them last week. You'd have to think Panthers will do the same this week.
Well, Alamonte will take over those goal-kicking duties, I would suggest. So
yeah,
puts him back in the game.
And last home game for Penrith at this stadium?
No, one more.
One more?
Yeah. I think next week you got Titans. Oh, no, it might be.
No, you are right. They do have the Titans next week. Okay, fair enough. I was going to say that would just add extra emotion to it, but we'll save that for next week. But yeah, they don't lose three in a row, surely.
I don't think so. I can't remember the last time they did.
You'd have them against any other side in the comp this week, and you would just back them not to lose 3 in a row.
Yeah, exactly right. So let's move on.
So the fact they've got 15th placed South, yeah, can't do it.
Eels and Dragons from CommBank kicks off Super Saturday. Luca Moretti comes back into the side for Jake Tungo, and for the Dragons, Raymond Fatala Mariner comes back onto the bench for King Tajia. Can you possibly tip the Eels?
Yeah, we're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to make the Spoonbowl a bit more interesting next week. Yeah. We're probably going to have to score 7 tries because Gutho can't kick any conversions. So it'll be like 7 tries to 4, and we'll win by 2 points.
Alrighty. Probably will. No, because if they win this, they dodge the. If they win this on for and against, I don't think they can get the spoon.
No. Even if we win this, if we lose to you guys next week, we still get it.
Oh, is that
right? It means the draw would result in you guys getting the spoon.
Oh, okay. I thought the for and against was a fair way apart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you're now a win ahead of us.
Even if you win.
No, if we win this, we're both on 6 wins. So you're on 6 at the moment. Okay. We're on 5.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So we're once your buy points kick up this week, we will be in 17th place.
Be 17th. Okay. Sorry, checks out. All right. Who's going to get you home?
Sivo needs 2 tries to crack 100, I believe, in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So Sivo is going to score 3.
Okay.
Gutherson will get 1. Lomax will probably score 3 against Sivo. Really, to be honest, my bet that I'll be looking at for this game is all 4 wingers to score a try.
Yep, that's fair.
I don't tip Eels head to head, and every time I do seem to tip against them, the Eels end up upsetting me. So I'm just going to go all 4 wingers to score a try. I think Sivo, Lomax, Russell, and Tuipulotu will all cross. Realistically, I do tip the Dragons will probably win this 13 plus and cement their place in the top 8.
Tipping a Lomax hat trick on Sean Russell out there. He will score first. I might even have a real crack at that. Just thinking this through. If I'm going all right Saturday,
a real crack for the 3 tries.
No, at the for at least first.
The first try. I was going to say,
but I might see what's around. And if he does that, then Ben Hunt's probably going to walk away with 3 try assists as a result. So,
$8.
yep, done. I'll take that. Ben Hunt for man of the match.
Player market. I'm actually trying to see to score 3 tries or more.
But 1 to 12, this will be a close game. I reckon this ends up being close.
He's only paying $9.75 to score 3 tries or more.
Yeah, I'd rather take the $8.
Yeah, that's just feel like you're getting shortchanged there.
I think so, but that's what happened with you bet with some establishments.
Well, he has this though: three tries. Low max 20 points in the game, $7.20
Yeah,
with his goal kicking.
so
That's
so he's got to he's got to complete
two.
his tries. Yeah.
Say 2 tries and 6 conversions.
Yeah. I'll worry about that Saturday, Arvo. But I think this will be close. I reckon this might even be a nail biter. Like I say, 1 to 12 Dragons, just.
Yeah, you got more faith than I do.
Dolphins Broncos, potentially. I'm just reading through this from Suncorp, but it is a Dolphins game. So just a sellout might be incoming here. Sean O'Sullivan and Nichols into the starting side for Nikorima and Bromwich. Mason Teague and Kurt Donahue onto the bench. Tavita Pangai Jr. and Jerry Marshall King named on an extended bench. So let's see if we get a return from them. Payne Haas is named on an extended bench as well. And for now, Ben Takura.
I thought Marshall King was gone for the season.
So do I, but apparently he's here.
Are they that short that they just have to name players?
Maybe that is true. It's funny we haven't seen Trey Fuller for a month as well, isn't it? What do you think, Bess?
The only thing with that is their back five is their back five.
But even at 14, I suppose you can't play.
Yeah, true, 14, but I guess you could have him in there over like Tessinu or someone.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the only place they haven't had injuries is their back five.
True. We might see Payne Haas. But for now, Ben Takura on an extended bench. Still Rogers and Reynolds in the halves. Still Sailor at 1. Is this closer than we think?
They've got more fight than the Eels do. So if they can start the way the Eels did last week against the Broncos, which is possible, they could upset them. But I think Broncos are deserved favourites. I'm tipping the Dolphins just because I want to see them into the 8, but there's no confidence there.
Yeah, I agree. Head says Brisbane, heart says Dolphins.
Yeah, nailed it.
There's still plenty of strike on that Dolphins side, but just getting through it. I just think that Broncos would have to play badly in the last 2 weeks, and they've at least got their shit together. Before that, they were playing very badly.
They're bad in defence, but they're just Reynolds being back and just controlling the attack has been the difference, I guess.
Yeah. Broncos 1 to 12. I might think about this and changes late. If they win, Pat Carey will man the match, either him or Reynolds, and first try. We'll go with.
I will say if Haas plays, I don't give the Dolphins a chance.
I'd agree with that. And we'll go Herbie first try, just against the run of play. Well, not so much against the run of play, but with some early ball, an individual effort there. Anything to add?
No. I think I read 50,000 is expected.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, it should be, 5:30 Saturday afternoon. Should be a great crowd.
Absolutely. At Suncorp, where I'll be headed to in February for AEW coming out here. So looking forward to that as well. Get a Magic Round warm-up in.
I knew you just had to add that in at some point.
PointsBet hosts the 7:30 game Sharks and Warriors. Nico named at 22 for now, so we might learn more. Well, obviously by Saturday we'll learn plenty more, see where he comes back in. And Talakai into the centres with Katoa coming back as well. No Mulatalo yet. Who else we lost? Ramian was suspended. That's right. Tuapiki comes in at fullback. Chance goes to the centres to recover RTS, who's gone. And Ali Luatiti comes into the side as well for the Warriors' last game of the year. I can only say that up here, Sharks should get the job done at home. all to play for. Off a couple of big wins. I think they can do the same. I think this is a late blowout. And 13 plus Sharks. Man of the match. Ooh, something. Dan Atkinson or Blake Brayley again, and first try scorer will be out. How bad's Dallin been going lately? Actually, just quietly, yeah. Sam
Yeah.
Stone Street, first try.
It's another one, like the head's saying Sharks and Sharks comfortably, but it is the Warriors' last game of the year. So it's last game for Johnson, last game for Fanua Blake for the club. Like it could very well be the same as last week. They could start, score the first 2 or 3, and then just the emotion just takes over, that the adrenaline runs out, and the Sharks run away with it. In saying that, yeah, I don't know. I like the Warriors at 13.5 start, paying $2. So in other words, Sharks
Okay,
1 to 12.
fair enough. 13.5. We'll know after the game, won't we?
We will.
The Knights and Titans meet to kick off Sunday at McDonald Jones, and Bradman Best is back. Dylan Lucas goes back to the back row, and Brody Jones to the bench. No Frizzell, no Kai Pearce-Paul, and Philip Sami comes onto the wing for AJ Brimson. Centres, comes into the centres there. The rest is what you see is what you get for the Titans. I can't tip them after their efforts the last couple of weeks. I think this is your overs game of the week, as you like to play. There'll be 60 plus in this game for sure and certain. I reckon it's 42.
Yeah, total match points. Overs is paying $2 now for 50 plus.
Yeah, that's probably about right. I think both teams score 30 here.
Yeah, I'm actually tipping the Titans at $3.22 as well.
Okay.
I think that's great value.
Fair enough.
At the end of the day, they can put on, as you just said, they could both score 30 points. It could come down to goal kicking.
There will be an upset. So this feels the most likely.
And that's
or Parramatta. Yeah, I'm not writing off Parramatta.
It won't be us. It won't be us. It'll be the upset will be that next game. It'll be Canberra upsetting the Roosters or something ridiculous like that.
Not to win, probably on the back of their centres. We'll go Gay Guy first try and best man of the match, because I don't. They match up really well. Like this is much closer than people give it credit for.
Well, that's what I mean. I just think $3.22 is too much.
No, head to head, absolutely. So
yeah, just like Cam Pereira, he'll score 1 or 2. Feeney will score 1.
They'll both let in. They'll all let in some.
That's the problem. It's more which defense is going to let in more tries than anything.
Exactly right. So tread warily there as we wrap up with the Roosters and Raiders. The Roosters get Connor Watson, Brandon Smith back. Obviously, they lose Swiley and we're Hargraves. Jennings is in for the centres. Spencer Leniu starts. And who comes onto the bench? White comes onto the bench for the Raiders. They don't make any changes. Horsburgh on the bench again. They played. They all but played.
Has the side beat Penrith in the last 4 years and then been the $5 outside of the week after?
I doubt it. Good question, but I doubt it. They should be $10 because Roosters will put 40 on them. That was their grand final. They've now come to Allianz.
I think you're right.
And they'll blow them off the park. This will be 40 again. It'll be like when we reviewed it. Take your pick. Teddy man of the match and Joey Manu first try, just because someone's got to score it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking at least the Roosters by at least 20. For that, as you said, last week was their grand final. That was it. And the Roosters are now playing for a home final. So they've gone from just trying to make sure that they're avoiding Melbourne in Melbourne to now playing at Allianz or first week of the finals.
Absolutely. Yeah, this will be a real statement. And getting some big ins back. Watson is a big in for how well they were going. He was going before he got injured.
And the thing is, like, I guess it could be the danger game. Panthers lost to them last week, but I think the fact that Panthers lost to them makes them a bit more alert.
Yeah.
Like, because Canberra are that side that can upset the top teams. if they put everything together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the fact that they beat Penrith last week is just gonna make sure the Roosters are on top of their game.
Yeah, that's fair.
If the Panthers had done them over by 30, they might have gone in a bit underdone this game, banking the 2 points, and they could have had the upset caused against them. But yeah, how good is it that second to fourth are even on points with fifth, one win away? It's good to see the competition just be so close this late in the season.
Absolutely.
I know Melbourne are a mile in front, but the
Well,
fact
look
that
at this. There's 4 live games here that
well,
3 live games that have top 8 implications, and then we're looking at the bottom
technically
as
the
well.
Raiders could still make the 8.
Okay, fair enough. But we've got,
They were saying on the radio like everything would have to completely go their way over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Their for and against is only 11 points worse than the Dragons, who are 1 win in front of them.
Yeah.
So it's it probably has been very similar in years gone past, but from second to 12th, every position's still available.
Yeah,
with 2 games to go.
And next year becomes even more interesting because next year it's going to be even closer. But that's a long way away.
Yeah.
For now, I'm going to get frothed up about the derby from Suncorp on Saturday afternoon, and obviously the Bulldogs. I've got a sick fascination in that Eels game. The more I think about this, the more I'm excited for that Eels game, actually. But the Bulldogs, Sea Eagles, as you say, massive implications either way for those
Yeah.
teams. And anything got you excited?
Mine's just the Warriors. Sean Johnson been great of the game. So yeah, they're with them having the bye next week. This is their last game of the year. So getting to watch him go round. The Cowboys Storm game. It always intrigues me when they're missing so many players to see how they go. And this will
because
be one of those.
Cowboys are absolutely one of those teams because can't play like complete dog shit and and get done here as well.
That's it. You could have the Cowboys that lost several games this year, including like to the Eels and that. Or you can have the Cowboys that get picked for Origin, and they could honestly put 50 on this Storm side that's been named.
Exactly.
But it's one of those games where you watch and you look at the depth the Storm have, and you just think, how has no one else picked these guys up? Because they're nowhere near the Storm first grade side, and they can just go in and do a simple job and do it right and effectively.
Out of sight, out of mind. No
Yeah.
club, no board is either smart enough or wants to sign off on buying reserve graders, really.
That's it.
So,
but yeah, there's pretty much how many games? There's only the Knights,
the Newcastle
Titans.
game, really, that doesn't mean something to someone.
Yeah, that's it. Potentially by even the last game of the round, the Roosters being in second. So even if the Raiders finals hopes could be over by the time that game starts, but it still means something to the Roosters.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just good to have 7 out of 8 games with 5 years ago, this is when that time of the season when they started bringing in new stupid rules to try.
Yes.
Because games meant absolutely nothing at this point of the year for 3 of them. So they brought in random rules to see how they go.
They do that anyway. They just don't tell anyone.
Pardon?
They do that anyway. They just don't tell anyone.
Mitigating circumstances.
Yeah, the mitigation is in play. And well, even 5 days ago, like I'm much more interested in this round than when I was last round.
Yeah, just because of a couple of upsets last week.
Exactly. So there you go. We'll talk about it all again next Tuesday, potentially. And until then, enjoy this week, the second last round of 2024, and take care, guys. Talk soon.
See you later.